time to train some clients. So, let's see what shenanigans I have in store for my client this session. What's up, homie? So, this session, with this particular client, we went ahead and did some abs. So, started off with some sit ups, then now doing some toe touches, switch it over to alternating leg touches, then toe touches, and plank. So I like to do a different variety, but this exercise right here in particular is always a finisher. So one crunch up, one crunch to the side, back to the middle is always the finisher. But now for my workout, today was more therapy. So this is Rehab part 2. So right now I am doing lateral extension with the band. So it looks easy, but it's tougher than you think. And I'm also using the stick as to keep me stable just in case. However, if you wanted to use the wall, you can do so as well. Now switching from lateral to forward, same thing. Try to stay upright and keep constant tension on the band, as this one I need to tighten it up. As you can see, it's loose right there, so I have to overextend myself just a little bit, but not too much. And the majority of the band work is my hip flexors and getting all angles. So remember, it started off with lateral, then went forward. Now I'm doing backward. So again, you want to stay stable as I'm a little bit over the place trying to hold myself up, but that's work in progress, trying to keep my balance alive. So remember, same thing on one foot, then you go ahead and switch. Then the last one for the band routine, you're going to come across. So now this is hitting the inside, so your adductors. Then of course you're going to switch to the opposite side, but keep constant tension on your band as you are proceeding through that. Next exercise, more hips as well, is the clams, which you may see females doing this, and I always felt like hip workouts and things like that were always for women, but we have to, as males, we need to have strong hips as well. And if you need more resistance, go ahead and throw a band on. Now, this particular machine right here, you may not have at your local gym, but if you do, it is a dime a dozen, as I'm going to show you right now. It has many functions. So I'm doing more hip work. So right now I'm doing the adductor, which you can also do the machine that's sitting down to at least get a couple of these movements in, which most gyms do have, but this is a different function as you're standing rather than sitting, excuse me. But yeah, you're hitting your adductors and your abductors on this portion of the standing. But now switching over to your hip flexors again, going forward, which, like I said, this machine's really great, and if you can use it, take advantage of it. Then you're going to switch to the opposite side, same thing, come all the way up, get that full flexion, stop at the bottom, and then repeat. And now going to reverse. So this is still hips, however you're getting some hamstring action as well, as you want to work all the muscles around that area. So you're going to continue on to the opposite side as well. And then now getting out of hip work, coming to our calves. So one thing with the knees, you want to strengthen all the muscles around them, which includes your calves, which is behind your knee, and a lot of people don't think of that, your hamstrings, your quads, and your adductors and abductors. And lastly, I like this hamstring machine because it moves with your body, as you can see. So you guys go ahead and give Rehab Part 2 a try. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Post-workout smoothie, the only difference is instead of using the tropical blend, I use the berry medley, and it looks a little bit like that. So as I'm drinking the post-workout, last part of therapy is icing my knee. So as you see, I still kept on my joggers, so the ice isn't directly on my skin. Some people like to put the ice directly on their skin. However, I always either put over, I either keep on pants like joggers so it's really thin so I can still feel the ice, or I'll put a thin layer of a towel or something over the top so it's not directly on my skin. Also, you can use the rice method for as therapy, rest, ice, compression, elevate, or you can just do ice pack. Also, if you have like a TENS unit, so it's electrotherapy on your knee as well. So there's many facets, but for my rehab, I'm just icing and strengthening the muscles around. So from the workout, I didn't do much quad today, but I did quad on the last one. But your quads, your hamstrings, your adductors, and your calf muscles. So you want to strengthen. So one thing they say in the office is you want to relieve the pain, stretch the tight, and keep the pain away. Something like that. I can't think of the whole thing. But bottom line is recover, listen to your body, and take care of yourself. We tear down our bodies so often, and we don't repair our muscles. So get your nutrition, rest, and recover. See you guys next time.